Hey, this is Maginoni, and we went to Dark Scares over the weekend. Now, Dark Scares is missed last year, but they're back again, and they are at a new location at 5255 East Brown Road in Mesa, Arizona. It's the southeast corner of Brown and Higley, next to the Broadway Palms Theater. Now, admission is going to be $20. They have two different haunts. If you're 14 and under, then it's $15. And if you like them on Facebook, then you also get $5 off. Now, the two different haunts they have this year are the Dark Keep, which is basically kind of like a haunted monastery, and Clownshire, which is kind of like a cursed circus. Now, the thing with Dark Scares is this: when it's on point, it is freaking beautiful. The attention to detail, the effort that they put into that specific scene, unparalleled. You know, for a haunt of this size. Obviously, bigger haunts can throw millions of dollars into it, and they're gonna obviously make it look, one way. But for compared to all the other haunts in the area, when they're there, they're there. They got it down. But when it's not, then we need a little. It could be a little better. Now, the Dark Keep. I'm not going to spoil too much into these two different haunts. I will say this: the Dark Keep actually has an interesting introduction. There's a monk at the beginning who gives you a little bit about what you're about to enter, and then they lead you into the first room. The first room is spectacular. It's everything that I would hope and want, like for an introduction, your very first room. The only problem is, like with both of these two haunts, with Clownshire and Dark Keep, is even though there's moments of greatness spread out through the entire haunt, there's nothing to, in a sense, ground it into a scene. Like for example, in Clownshire, there's a spot where you have like the popcorn type machine, and the machine looks worn out, dirty, just something that's broken down over time. It's beautiful, but unfortunately, like when you look around it, there's a lot of black walls. So there's nothing to set you into a scene. It kind of just floats in the middle of the room. Also, like there's a lot of, for those of you who are afraid of the dark, there's a lot of black corridors that you have to wind through. The actors, they do have some really strong actors. There's an actor in Clownshire. I won't spoil too much. I will say this. Just so this way this person can get credit. It's the scene towards the end where there's the rope, and he leads you from one room into another room. When I first walked into that room, I was just like, holy crap, that looks freaking scary. And what I really liked about it was the way the room is designed is you just can't skirt around him. It's designed where you painfully have to go closer and way and closer, and it's beautiful. I mean, he really does a great job, and he definitely deserves all the props because that was fantastic. There's other moments within the hunt that are good, and but I don't want to give all the key spots away. What I can say is it fun? Yeah, I had fun. Dark Scares is, like I mentioned earlier, it's just a pleasure to go through. It's like when you look at, like I said, when you look at other haunts in the area, they like to focus on different things, and I'm not saying one thing is better than the other, because I think each type of haunt we have actually brings something very unique to the valley. You can't say every haunt is exactly the same for each other. But Dark Scares, man, it just, when they do it right, it's just, I just want to stop and examine because it's great. Um, will you be scared? Well, I think there's times you're definitely going to be. People are going to be a little bit unnerved, a little bit on the scared side. For me, I was more interested in appreciating the artistry that they have inside there. So I was just, I mean, for me, it was I want to go from this room, I want to go to the next room, I want to see what they did to the next. So I wasn't even paying attention to about scared, except for that clown at the end. That was jacked up, weird looking, and what was beyond the weirdness was the fact that he, the way he acted into character, it just brought life to it. That was great. And also when they transitioned from that to another room, that was also it was a great idea. It's a lot of haunts don't do things like what they're doing inside there, and I wish they would just take that basic idea and expand on it. Make it put it more parts. Just don't do it once. Put it multiple times, and fill in some of those the walkways. And we're looking at a definite 5-star experience because it's and at that point, it's not even a matter if you're scared or not. It's you're going through this something like I said something that's really different and it's just like I said I every year I always look forward to seeing what they come up with because there's just brilliance inside that haunt. Um, I did notice that when people were coming out, because like the entrance is right where the exit is, and a lot of people looked like they were having a good time. We like so other people ahead of me were like, "Did you like it? Were you scared?" And they all had pretty much favorable things to say. So I think it pretty much falls in line with a lot of the other local haunts in terms of that. Is it worth going to? I think it's worth going to just because of those special rooms. It's just great. It's just like I said, they need to add more to those rooms, ground the rooms a little bit more, add more stuff inside there to look at. Make they did have some jump scares in the hallway parts where you're walking, but they need a little bit more in that area, and then solid home run for sure. But I enjoyed it. I would they when they come back next year, you're gonna see me in line again next year, and I can't wait to see what they're gonna do next. Anyways, if you have any comments or questions, let me know. Like, share. We'll have. Maybe I'll do another haunt. Maybe it depends, and we'll see what else comes up our way. But anyways, until next time.